There we go. Okay, great. Hi, welcome everyone. We are live with our furry friends check-in. We are back with Tayler. Tayler, how are things going on the farm since we were last hanging out with your horses?
It's pretty good. It's still muddy with all the rain that we're getting this week, but all the animals are still great, so that's all that matters.
Amazing. Okay, honestly, this is probably one of the more anticipated live streams. Today we are going to be hanging out with some alpacas. Now, before we get to see the alpacas, Tayler, can you introduce yourself, what life is like on your farm, and why we're talking to alpacas today?
Sure. So I'm Tayler. I'm currently in the mental health and addictions worker program at Fleming. So on the farm, it's pretty busy here. We're down here feeding the animals about 4 times a day, which is more than usual for other farms. But there's a reason for it. We just space out their feeding so that they're not eating all of their food at one time. So it keeps them healthy and keeps them safe. And we're hanging out with the alpacas today because they're pretty cool for one. And then the other thing that some people may not know is that the alpacas are actually guard animals for the other, like for the horses as well as the donkey. Who guards the horses?
Guard.
Yeah.
Alpacas guard the horses.
Yep. Yeah, they do. They're small, but they're mighty. If a predator came in, they wouldn't hesitate to try and stop it as much as they could. And I've seen that before with just a dog come in and they didn't know obviously that it was one of our dogs, and they went down and they started to try and stomp him. So they're super, super good at keeping predators away, or if they do get in, then making sure they get out pretty quickly.
So what you're saying is that, alpacas are very loving and caring, but they have their own personal bubbles.
Yeah, they do for sure. I mean, our alpacas, they were rescued two of them were rescued when they were babies, and they were taken away from their moms too early. So they do still have some shyness to them, even though we've had them for a few years, which is fine because they let us get close enough when we need to be. And then the other one, I'll turn it around while I talk about them, because I feel like people don't want to see me.
Here we go.
So this is the 3 of them. Like I said, they're not a huge fan of getting too close to them, but that's okay. So the 2, the light brown one, her name is Zerry. The dark brown one is Zeek. And then the white one hiding in the back there is Zekke. He's really hiding. So we got Zekke, which is the white one, and Zerry about 5 years ago. And we rescued them from the sales barn. And we were told that Zekke wouldn't be able to reproduce. So we let Zerry and Zekke stay together, and then we got Zeek as a result.
Oh my goodness.
And we had no idea that she was pregnant until we found Zeek in the paddock one day.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So we were not expecting that pregnancy at all. And we found out alpacas are pregnant from 11 to 12 months.
Oh, wow.
So that was a long time of us not knowing, but he was a pleasant surprise because he's an absolute cutie.
Oh, goodness. Oh, this is so cute. Oh my goodness. And they're little afros. Now I know you can't get too close to them. And I'm going to turn off my mic because of course the leaf blowers are now here and I don't want to disrupt, but oh my goodness, just give us some overview. What is it like when you get near them? What do they smell like? What's going on with their hair? I want to hear it all.
For sure. So with the alpacas, why one of them has a bit more of a different hair than the other 2, we get them shaved once a year, usually in the spring, so that they don't get super hot in the summertime because their wool is super, super thick. And it also gives them a couple months to grow back out for winter. Zeek just doesn't like having his head shaved, so he gets to keep his afro. And Zerry and Zekke don't mind, so that's why they have shorter hair on top. As to what happens when I go too close to them, they just kind of casually run away. And they're not panicked or anything.
Look at that trot.
They don't go too far, but you can tell I'm walking closer to them, they're interested, and then So that's what they do. The way they smell, they smell pretty good, I guess. I mean, their poop isn't the best smelling, but they smell pretty good themselves, and they're extremely soft. I have been able to catch them before and pet them, especially Zeek when he was just a baby, because he was only a couple hours old the first time we came down, and we gave him a couple days. But then after that, we were able to touch him while he was young. But being with his mom, who is still hesitant of us, he eventually learned to be hesitant of us as well. Every once in a while, Zerry will come up and let you and smell you. And in the summertime, they love to eat handfuls of grass right from your hands. So it's not that they don't like us. They're just, they have their own personal space and they know what they're comfortable with.
I love the faces right now that they're
Yeah, and the way they run's pretty funny. And when they start to goof around, they whip their necks, their bodies go ahead of their heads. They kind of leave their heads behind, so that's pretty funny to watch too. But yeah, they're pretty easy keepers. They get fed hay twice a day. As you can see, they tend to spread it out into their own bedding. And then last time, we're here around grain feed. That's my brother, and he's bringing up their grains for them as well, which kind of do the same things for the horses, just gives them the nutrients that they can't get out of the hay or the grass.
Okay, and so are they going to actually go up to this food? Are we going to have the same thing that happened with the horses happen with the alpacas, or no?
Well, it depends. They'll go up to their bowls because they'll be placed a little bit farther away from me. But if I was standing next to the bowl, they would probably still be a bit hesitant, but we'll see. I'll grab them from my brother. So this is what theirs looks like. It's just sloppy, stoopy. We add the water so that there isn't any choking hazard for them. Because we don't want them.
Is the choking a real thing?
Yeah, it just helps so that they don't choke on their food. So I'll back up a bit here and we'll see if they decide to come.
What if you left the phone there?
I can try.
I'm trying so hard to get a good close-up view of these alpacas. I know there's a lot. We're getting some comments in the stream from Jocelyn just saying, I love a surprise alpaca.
Okay, we're going to leave that here. I'm going to leave and we're going to see what they do.
This is so exciting. Oh my goodness.
I know you can't see it, but they're right beside the phone.
Hello. Can you hear me, alpacas? I can hear them sniffing.
Yeah, they came up, they smelt it, but they came from the side. They're too tricky for us.
They are. Oh, we could hear the sniffing. We'll just envision that.
She sneezed on my phone.
Oh.
Which is another thing that they do a lot. If Zerry, the light brown one, comes up and smells you, she'll smell you, but then she'll sneeze.
Oh wow. And is it the alpacas that spit, or?
They can spit. They've never spit at us. They've spit at each other, but never at us.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they're friendly. Like I said, they're friendly towards us. It's not that they're mean or aggressive. It's just that they like us to stay a certain distance away from them, which is fine.
Yeah. They are thoroughly respecting all the COVID boundaries right now.
Yep, 6 feet all times, guys.
Yeah, actually though.
Yep. But yeah, Zerry was the first one, and she's actually probably the bravest of the three. She was the first one to check out the phone there, and she was the one who went up and sniffed it.
Aw.
So she was interested, but she didn't like my smell, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
And I promise it's not me, I shower. It's just
okay.
The people smell they don't like.
Yeah, everyone's commenting, being like, look at them practicing their healthy, but oh my goodness, look how close we are. Hello. Oh my God, you got some hay on your face. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this trot. Oh, look at that. Oh, so majestic. So majestic.
It is majestic. You know what? They're like slow walking almost, and just like a nice trot.
Yes. Oh.
We'll just push. Goodbye.
Oh.
But yeah, they're pretty cool to have, because not many people say I have alpacas.
Yeah.
But I mean, they'd be a lot cooler if they let us pet them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's Zeppy.
Zeppy is like, I'm having fun watching. It's COVID-19. Please keep your distance. So I think what we're all learning from this webinar today is that the alpacas are the mascot of COVID-19.
Yep, for sure. They're like, distance, please, ma'am.
Yep. Keep your distance. Practice self-care. You are the number one most important thing right now. I'm keeping, connected to my household. We're, getting the haircuts only when we need to, once a year.
Yep. The rest of the year you can still look fabulous.
Yep. Yes.
But yeah, these are our 3 alpacas. Oh, and also the baby never leaves his mom.
Yeah.
As you can probably tell, whenever she goes, he's like right behind her.
And is that something that they'll grow out of? Sorry, like how old's the baby again?
Zeek is 2 now.
2, yeah.
And they're fast. Zeek is 2 now. He self-weaned himself, so Zerry kind of pushed him to stop drinking her milk, so he did. Mm-hmm. But they have a very, very strong bond. So they probably we've had him out without her before, and he just panics. She's fine, but he panics. Mm. So.
Oh, hello.
They're only like short bursts of closeness, and they're like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are our 3 fluffy babies. I know we've only really been in here with these 2, but they let us get closer than, I know it doesn't seem like it, but they actually let us get closer than Zeppy does. So.
Aw, amazing. Oh yes, perfect. Very nice.
Follow the leader.
Yes, follow it. Thank you so much, Tayler, for bringing us in and letting us hang out with all 3 of your very wonderful alpacas. We're getting so much love. Oh. Iconic.
She was saying goodbye.
Oh, that's so amazing. Perfect. Yeah, and on that note, we'll head out, but that was a really great way to end. Tayler, next week it's going to be April 1st, believe it or not, April 1st. And I think next week we're going to hang out with your donkey.
Yeah, he's way over. Oh, I can zoom in.
Oh,
there he is. He's really dirty, but that's who we're going to be with next week.
Amazing. Amazing.
Look at that. Wouldn't have that been helpful to know a while ago?
That face.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm excited for next week. We'll be hanging out with Oscar. That's his name, Oscar the donkey. Perfect. And he is more personable, and he will hang out with us close to the camera. So
perfect. Amazing. Thank you so much, Tayler, and Zeek and Zekke and Zeek.
I know it's hard because they're all Z's. So it's Zeek, Zerry, and Zeppy.
That's it. Perfect.
Say bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. Trot away into the sunset.
Bye. Thanks, Alicia.
Bye.